My name is Lana. Are you wondering how I got into this fierce fight? I will tell you about it. Welcome, my lovely viewers. Thank you for being here. Before we begin, please like this story, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next part. In the comments, tell us where you're watching from, and rate this story from 1 to 10 as you listen. Your support truly keeps these stories alive. The first time Alpha Jace touched me, it was not gentle. His fingers closed around my wrist, firm and unyielding, pulling me out of the shadows where Omegas were meant to stay. The hole was silent, every wolf watching as his storm-gray eyes locked onto mine. I should have bowed. I should have lowered my head. I did neither. My heart pounded so hard it hurt, but I refused to look away. They said he was ruthless. They said he broke wolves who crossed him. They said an Omega like me would not survive a single day under his gaze. Yet when his scent wrapped around me, pine, smoke, and something dangerously warm, my body betrayed me. My wolf stirred, confused and aching. His grip tightened, not in anger, but in something darker. Something possessive. You have courage, he said quietly, voice rough. Or a death wish. I swallowed. Maybe both. A flicker of surprise crossed his face before it hardened again. That was the moment everything changed. That was the moment I challenged the Alpha. And without knowing it, I stepped straight into a bond that would either destroy us, or consume his heart whole. My name is Lana, and I was born an Omega in the Nightfall Pack. Weak. Replaceable. Easy to silence. That was what they taught us from the time we could walk. Omegas served, endured, and survived quietly. We did not speak unless spoken to. We did not look alphas in the eye. We did not dream. But I had always been different. Not stronger. Not faster. Just unwilling to disappear. My mother used to whisper stories to me at night, stories about balance, about how the moon did not favor only the strong. She died when I was 12, and with her went the only shield I had. After that, I learned pain quickly. Damon made sure of it. He was the beta's son, cruel in ways that never left bruises where others could see. Words were his weapons. Fear was his pleasure. Every time I passed him, he reminded me of my place. Walk slower, Omega. Keep your eyes down. You breathe too loud. I endured because I had to, until the night Alpha Jace returned. He had been gone for years, fighting border wars, strengthening alliances. The pack spoke his name with reverence and fear. When he walked into the great hall, the ground felt heavier. Power rolled off him in waves, thick and suffocating. I was serving drinks when it happened. The heat struck me first. Sharp. Sudden. My knees weakened, and I nearly dropped the tray. My wolf whimpered inside me, reaching towards something it recognized but did not understand. Mate. The word terrified me. I tried to retreat, but it was too late. Jace's head snapped in my direction. His eyes narrowed as his gaze cut through the crowd and landed on me. An Omega. Me. Silence fell. Every instinct screamed for me to run, but my feet would not move. Damon noticed too. I saw the calculation in his eyes, the satisfaction. If the Alpha rejected me publicly, it would ruin me completely. Jace approached slowly. Each step echoed like a verdict. When he stopped in front of me, his scent crashed over me again, stronger now. My hands shook, but I steadied myself. I would not kneel. You, he said. I lifted my chin. Alpha. A murmur rippled through the hall. No Omega addressed an Alpha so directly. His eyes darkened. You know who I am. Yes. And you still stand. Yes. For a long moment, he said nothing. Then his lips curved, not into a smile, but something close to interest. Bold, he said. Dangerous. Damon stepped forward. Alpha, she is only an Omega. Disrespectful. Allow me to discipline her. Something snapped. Before I realized what I was doing, I spoke. I did nothing wrong. Gasps filled the room. Jace turned back to me slowly. You challenge my beta's son in my hall? My chest burned, but I nodded. I challenge anyone who lies. The hall felt like it might collapse from the tension. Jace studied me as if seeing me for the first time. Not weak. Not invisible. Interesting. Leave us, he ordered the room. No one moved. I said leave. They scattered instantly. When we were alone, he stepped closer. Too close. His voice dropped. You should be afraid. I am, I admitted. But I am tired of being silent. Something unreadable crossed his face. That night, I was summoned to his chambers. Not as punishment. As a test. And I did not yet know that by sunrise, I would belong to an Alpha who did not believe Omegas should challenge fate, until I challenged him. The air inside Alpha Jace's chambers felt heavier than the hall downstairs. Not because of fear alone, but because of him. He stood near the window, back straight, shoulders tense, moonlight outlining the hard lines of his body. He did not tell me to sit. He did not tell me to leave. He simply watched me, as if waiting for me to break. I did not. You know why you're here, he said. Yes, I replied, even though I did not. He turned to face me fully then. His eyes were darker now, storm clouds before rain. You challenged authority in front of the pack. I spoke the truth. Truth can be dangerous. So can silence. For a moment, something almost like pain flashed across his face. He stepped closer, stopping just inches away. My breath hitched. My wolf stirred again, restless and confused. You feel it too, he said quietly. I did not deny it. I don't understand it. Neither do I, he admitted. That surprised me more than anything else. Jace was not supposed to doubt. Alphas ruled with certainty. Yet here he was, staring at an Omega like his world had shifted slightly off its axis. You are unmated, he said. Yes. So am I. The words lingered between us. Heavy. Loaded. I will not force a bond, he continued. But until I decide what this is, you will stay under my protection. Protection. The word felt unreal. Damon did not take the news well. By morning, whispers spread through the pack. An Omega under Alpha protection. An Omega who dared speak. Damon cornered me near the training grounds, his smile sharp and cold. You think you've won, he said. He'll tire of you. Maybe, I said. But today I stand. His hand raised, but a low growl stopped him. Mora emerged from the shadows, her eyes fierce. She was a warrior, rare and respected. Touch her, Mora warned, and answer to the Alpha. Damon backed away, hatred burning in his gaze. Days passed. Then weeks. Jace watched me more than he spoke to me. He tested me, questioned me, pushed me. Not my strength, but my mind. My courage. My refusal to bow. I began to see the cracks in him too. The weight of command. The loneliness of power. The fear of leading a pack that expected perfection. One night, the tension finally snapped. "You don't look at me like an Omega," I said. "What do you think I see?" he asked. "A problem," I replied. "A mistake." He moved so fast I barely had time to breathe before his hands framed my face. His touch was careful now, almost reverent. "I see a wolf who refuses to be small," he said. "And it terrifies me." "Why?" "Because if the pack sees your strength," he whispered, "they will question everything." Our lips hovered close, the bond pulling tight, burning, begging. I pulled back first. "If you want me," I said softly, "it will be because you choose me. Not because fate demands it." Something changed in his eyes then. Respect. And something far more dangerous. But fate was already moving. And Damon was already planning. The night Damon betrayed the pack, the moon burned red. I felt it before the alarm horns sounded. My wolf clawed inside me, frantic and afraid. I ran toward the hall, ignoring the ache in my chest, ignoring the whispers chasing me through the corridors. Blood stained the stone floors. Wolves lay injured, some unmoving. Chaos roared through the pack like wildfire. "Lana." Jace's voice cut through the noise. He stood at the center of the hall, fighting off intruders wearing the night crest of our enemies. His movements were lethal precise, but his eyes searched wildly until they found me. Relief flashed across his face. Damon emerged from the shadows, his smile twisted. "You chose wrong, Alpha," he said. "You grew weak." Jace snarled. "You betrayed your own blood." "I betrayed stagnation," Damon replied, then turned to me. "And you started it, Omega." He lunged. I did not think. I did not hesitate. I stepped in front of Jace. Pain exploded through me as Damon's blade struck my side. The world tilted, but I stayed upright. Jace's roar shook the walls. He tore Damon away from me with brutal force. Damon did not survive the night. I woke in Jace's chambers, the scent of herbs and fear thick in the air. Mora stood guard, her expression soft. "He hasn't left," she said. "Not once." Jace knelt beside me, his eyes red, voice rough. "You should not have done that." "I chose to," I whispered. "Just like you." The bond snapped into place then. Not violent. Not forced. Chosen. Power surged through me, warm and steady. I was not weak. I had never been weak. I had simply been unseen. The pack gathered at dawn. Jace stood before them, his hand wrapped around mine. "This Omega," he said, "is my equal. She will stand beside me. Learn from her, or stand aside." No one challenged him. Because I stood tall. Because I had bled. Because I had loved. Lessons from the story you should keep in mind. Strength is not always loud or physical. Courage and resolve can change destinies. True power respects choice. Love that is chosen is stronger than love that is forced. Silence protects no one forever. Speaking up can save more than yourself. Leadership grows through empathy. A ruler who listens leads better. Being underestimated can become your greatest weapon.